We're lucky to have Congressman Ace Barbers, the spokesperson of the prosecution, also one of the impeachment advisors of the prosecution. Magandang hapon po. Well, former congressman, but I'll call you Congressman Ace.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Dwight, at magandang hapon din sa iyo at kay John at sa lahat po ng iyong nanonood.
Sir, na-mention nga ni John, the bombshell of the prosecution yesterday was its decision to drop Zuleika Lopez from the witness list. Can you give us more details how the decision or how the prosecution came to that decision? Sabi kasi kanina ni Congresswoman Bel Zamora, there was a discussion on whether to drop her at least a day before or Monday pa lang pinag-uusapan na.
Well, yes, pinag-uusapan nga yun. In fact, kung di ako nagkakamali, nung Monday, no, a day before the bombshell was dropped, no, pinag-uusapan na kasi what kind of information are we going to elicit from Attorney Zuleika Lopez and Captain Belinda Bello? And sinabi na mismo, nanggaling na mismo sa defense yung mga information that we needed to strengthen the case of grave threats against the Vice President. So there's no need really to put her in the witness stand and elicit more information because that is exactly what we wanted to get from Attorney Lopez.
The strategy, of course, Congressman, is happening behind closed doors. Pero syempre, curious yung publiko kung paano ba nag-strategize yung prosecution. Of course, you cannot discuss everything, but how are these huddles taking place after every trial day? Sino ba yung parang nagfa-facilitate noong discussion? May nagpe-preside ba? Anong klaseng diskusyon yung nagte-take place?
Well, unang-una, yung decision is a collective decision, no? It is being discussed by both the public and the private prosecutors as well as all of us in the communications team and discuss this. No? And whatever decision the prosecutors come up with, of course, lahat kami ay nakatono yung aming narrative doon sa gusto ng mangyari ng ating prosecution. And exactly what happened last Monday, we were discussing when after the direct examination of Attorney Lotok, we believe and we felt that the defense cross would definitely elicit the information that we wanted, which actually what happened. Kaya nga hindi na namin kailangan i-pursue pa na paupuin sa witness stand itong si Attorney Lopez because nakuha na natin yung information na gusto natin.
Based on that reasoning na nakuha nyo na yung impormasyong kailangan nyo kay Attorney Zuleika Lopez, could we say that it is also very likely na ma-drop din sa witness list yung iba pang mga testigo? Like for example, the two journalists are supposedly there to prove also na nangyari yung virtual press conference on November 23, 2024.
Well, all I can say, Dwight, is that meron kaming pinag-usapan kahapon. And what the prosecution panel did yesterday was to withdraw two of the witnesses in order to at least abbreviate or expedite the trial. Kasi yun din ang gusto natin because according to Senate President Gatchalian, abutin pa tayo ng next year kung sakasakaling hindi natin mapabilis ito. What is important really is that mapabilis natin to without sacrificing due process, of course. Number two, mapabilis ito na kumpleto yung impormasyon, na ilatag yung ebidensya, naintindihan ng ating mamamayan. And those are exactly what the prosecution panel intends to do. So kung meron mang susunod, all I can say is abangan ang susunod na kabanata.
Well, isa pa rin sa mga testigo, Congressman, ng prosecution sa 4th article of impeachment, ito nga si Abby Andres, pinag-usapan natin to a few weeks back. Siya yung sheriff na sinapak ni Vice President Sara Duterte when she was Davao City Mayor. Is it still necessary for the prosecution to call him as a witness? Kasi nga, nag-drop na kayo ng dalawa Pero ito bang si Abby Andres, importante pa rin ba ito sa prosecution? Kasi nakalagay dun sa inyong pre-trial brief, yung role ni Abby Andres is to show or to prove na may tendency si VP Sara to inflict violence. And itong diskusyon na to, hindi pa fully na isasalang sa impeachment court?
Well, una, kasi ganun yung allegations ng prosecution na merong tendency to commit violence, we have to show proof. No? Kaya nga naniniwala ang prosecution panel that all these witnesses or evidence we can show would definitely strengthen the allegations that is in the Article 4 or yung grave threats na yan. No? Ngayon, kung lumabas naman na, no? Halimbawa, hindi we feel that the other witnesses would not be necessary anymore, no, to be presented and ask them to sit in the witness stand, then therefore enough information has already been elicited or gathered from other sources that would make the case stronger. Therefore, we might also do the same, no? Para mapabilis, ma-expedite natin itong trial, baka magbawas din tayo.
Sorry, just to clarify, you're also considering dropping Abby Andres from the...
Well, not particularly si Abby Andres, no, but there might be witnesses that we might be able to withdraw. But I'm not really sure yet, no, and we're still in the discussion stage, no, and we might be able to decide on it as soon as possible.
Okay. Ang mangyayari ngayon, Congressman, is oral arguments scheduled at 2 p.m. Oral arguments kung dapat bang isubpina ng impeachment court ang various government agencies para sa financial documents ni Vice President Sara Duterte. How is the prosecution planning to approach these oral arguments?
I cannot tell you at the moment kung paano nila, but we are prepared. No, our members would definitely be there. The prosecution panel will be there and will argue over what we want the court to decide on.
But what do you expect to happen? Will there be, ano ba ito, parang magkakaroon ba ng numerous voting per issue, or will it be one vote for all the documents? How is the prosecution?
I think per issue eh. I think una yung bank records, no?
Okay.
Pangalawa yung AMLAC report, pangatlo ay yung BIR box, no? All this I think are evidence that the prosecution wanted to present so that the Article 2 would be strengthened, no? So isa-isa yan pag didesisyonan ng korte.
Congressman, isa sa mga argumento ng defense team sa kanilang memorandum is that the prosecution or the impeachment court cannot obtain documents, financial documents that were produced before Sara Duterte became Vice President, citing numerous rulings, ganyan, including the Duterte versus House, yung ruling ng Supreme Court that declared as unconstitutional yung unang impeachment effort ng House kay VP Sara. I think you were a congressman back then. So, ano yung appreciation nyo dun sa argument na yun? Because the prosecutors cannot answer the question kasi they will, covered sila by the sub judice. But you as among the spokespersons of the prosecution, mas meron kayong leeway to articulate kung saan ang posisyon ng prosecution.
Sige, I will answer that question on my personal opinion. Unang-una, syempre, there must be some sort of a baseline, no? Kung paano, if you're talking about the unexplained wealth, no? So, number one, meron dapat inumpisahan, merong pag-uumpisa, no? Kung saan nag-umpisa at kung saan yung pinakadulo, which is now, no, at present, no? So ano yung baseline? Dapat makita doon kung ano ba, may increases ba na kasi remember, the SALN is being submitted every year, no? And there could be changes in your net worth, and this has to be justified, included in your report of your SALN. So every time from the baseline up to 2025, you have to prove na kung tumaas man ang iyong net worth, you have to prove paano tumaas, saan nanggaling, no? And all this must be supported by documents and records from either the bank or the BIRs. Kaya nga naniniwala kami na matibay at kinakailangan mapakita ito. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng sabihin ko ang aking net worth ay 1 billion. And then when people ask me, bakit naging 1 billion ang net worth mo? Wala, sinabi ko lang kasi 1 billion yan. So there has to be some sort of a baseline. Number one. Number two, there has to be a continuity, no? Hindi naman pwede mag-stop yan. Nag-start siya ng 2016 and then mag-start again in 2022 onwards. No? That, I think, it would be difficult, no, to be able to establish what the prosecution panel wants to establish in terms of how the accumulated wealth, how the net worth of the Duterte-Carpio couple came about. Kailangan meron tayong inumpisahan.
Okay.